From Roy and HG, the Garden Persuader. Hey baby, fly me to the half moon and pay later with this sporting life.
The Players Theatre presents The World of Ian, with Paul Sironen as Ian, Lisa Forrest as Susan, Cole Joy as Ian's dad, Greg Matthews as Ian's friend Cole, Annette Shun as Susan's friend Deirdre, and Ted Mulray as Bob the neighbour.
Deirdre, I'm glad you could come over to Ian's for a chat while the boys are out on the boat with Bob the neighbour.
Oh, I've heard so much about this Bob. What's he like?
Well, he's very friendly and he likes fishing.
Is he attached?
I don't think so. Ian's dad says he's married to his rod.
Sounds interesting. Maybe I could drop in next week with some bait and see where it gets us.
Yeah, try it. I just wish Ian would ask the big question. I do love him and I know that he loves me, but every time we start talking, he gets shy and clams up. He says he's left me a note, but bugger it if I can find it.
Maybe you haven't been looking in the right places.
Yeah, maybe. That must be the boys.
Yeah. Not bad. Hello, young Susan.
Hi, Pops.
And you must be Deirdre.
That's right.
You've met... Oh, you haven't met Bob. Bob, this is Deirdre.
Nice to meet you, Deirdre.
Take care.
Like a flathead?
I'd love one.
Hi, Craig Kelly here once again, and I'm part of the 1994 Collingwood Premiership Challenge. My backyard was like the jungle in Peru when I moved in. Now it's like a postcard from the Botanical Gardens here in Melbourne. What did it was the Garden Persuader.
Australians, you've sat in the bleachers for long enough, and now it's time to strap on the boots and blow your trumpets.
Yes, it's a big fat sound because it's a big fat place. It's the WACA, here in the heart of Perth. You can walk down from central Perth and spend a day at the cricket here. And obviously, many people would remember Tony Greig coming out here in the recent past summer, losing his foot, losing his key, losing most of his mind, losing his head in this pitch behind us here. It's a tremendous pitch. It's lively, sure, on an early day, and then, of course, the cracks open up and you can bounce the ball and make it do anything. You can make the ball yodel here at the WACA. Roy, many memories must come flooding back as you stand in front of this fabulous stand behind us here.
Many memories do come back, H.G. Nelson. You're quite right. I think of the great Dennis Lilly, I think of the great Rod Marsh, I think of the great Graham McKenzie, I think of the great Johnny Rarity. The latter demonstrating really the paucity of talent that's come out of Western Australia when you've got a South Australian like Invers recognised here at the WACA with a stand of his own. Other interesting aspects here at the WACA is you get the illusion on television that this is a big oval. It's not a big oval. It's very small, really, by world standards. It's about half the size of Bloemfontein, which is regarded as one of the smallest ovals in the world. Now, you can see here the Lily Marsh stand, which I don't know whether it looks to you like it's a long way away, but it certainly isn't. But television does give you the illusion that it's a long way away. The other interesting aspect of the WACA is how ordinary the pitch is. If we have a close look at the pitch here, I don't know if we can get very close, but you'll see here Joey Angel probably has been creating this mischief here. He's come in here, this is his delivery stride. Here's the stride after the delivery, right on the pitch. The stumps are there, right on the pitch. Imagine if you were a lefty trying to face someone here, trying to play away out of that. No wonder you get shonky results here in Western Australia. No wonder you get shonky results at the WACA, because it is a very ordinary cricket ground.
And, of course, the memory that'll live for me forever, apart from crack hunting Tony Greig coming out and losing himself in the pitch the other day, was that marvellous moment when Jarvid, me and Dad, probably on the turn, in the nervous 90s, just picked up the bat and had a big red-hot go at Dennis Lilly here all that.
He deserved it.
He deserved it. He was screaming out for it all day, Roy. And I'm glad Jarvid took the bat, the long handle to Dennis Lilly's head. Magic. But that's the WACA.
Coming up next on ABC TV is Clive Hale in his Hush Puppies.
Yes, welcome back to The Life, and now for the competition that has electrified all Asians everywhere. Of course, last week we sent you a simple stumper across Asia, which was, Roy...
Yes, picture this. Spot the PM that's the wrong one here. Let's have a look at the four. We had Robert Menzies, we had Malcolm Fraser, we had Billy McMahon, we had Blackjack McEwen. And the odd person out, it's been won by Brad Lenton of Yokeen. WA 6060. Answer B, Malcolm Fraser, the only one whose surname doesn't begin with an M. Congratulations. This week's, what's the prize?
Now, the prize again this week, a hat, a beautiful hat, a Roy and HG hat.
Oh, yeah.
Pound for pound, arguably Asia's finest tape about the fight caper. And finally, to flesh out the prize, a trifecta of prize-wise, this magnificent upside-down T-shirt. Look at that, Roy and HG upside down. I can't do better than that. And remember, this is the competition you have to enter. Spot the odd person out in these four.
Yes, these four. Let's have them up now. Athel Guy, Seeker. Number B, Paul McCartney, Beatle. C, Bill Wyman, Rolling Stone. And D, Peter Frampton. Well, he's just Peter Frampton. Who is the odd person out and why? Send your entrance to... Picture This Sporting Life, care of ABC TV, GPO, Box 9994, Sydney 2001.
And all the entries go into the big bad barrel behind us here, and this loot is coming your way if you're successful in this week's Picture This. Roy, the slipper was...
Oh, the slipper!
A magic afternoon.
Let's have a look at the slipper.
Rose Hill now. Let's go to the slipper now. Roy, there's the prize. You take us through it.
Well, as you can see, it was a marvellous afternoon. The sun came out, and we saw a lot of very, very, very fit little blokes.
Yes.
Sitting on very, very young horses, i.e. 2-year-old horses, getting ready to hit them hard. And a lot of people say to me, you know, are jockeys taking substances? And I say, well, have a look at this. How could anyone in their right mind hit young 2-year-old horses this hard and this frequently if they weren't off on some bizarre, mind-bending substance? Look at this. How could you do that to an ordinary, healthy animal? But look at this bloke here. You know, I said to Flipper, I said to him, how'd you enjoy the trip, man? And he said, I was high as a kite, baby. Because they're honest about it.
Yeah.
They're honest about it.
That's what I like about
jockeys. All of them are off their faces.
Yes, yes.
I use those terms advisedly. Their words, not mine.
Yes,
off their faces.
Yes, it's tremendous to realise, of course, that in Australia we're blessed, obviously, with a tremendous 2-year-old race. Yeah. And obviously the stewards, I think, are doing a tremendous job steering people towards the right substances to abuse.
That's right.
Because let's face it...
I love it when the horse is on some sort of gear.
Yeah, well,
and the jockey.
I put it
so
to
you get a cocktail.
I put it to you, Roy, that Australian racing has always been strong because the horses have been doing things and the jockeys have been doing different things.
Yes.
Because there's no point putting a lot of a torfin into a jockey. He wants to run around the course then, doesn't he, going a horse? Whereas what they need to do, and I know this is true of all Asians, is obviously have a beautiful...
What, a horse on crack?
Oh, that's right. Well, I don't think that's been done.
No.
I'd like to see a horse on crack attempt the double, the slipper and the Melbourne Cup. And I think scientists, CSIRO types...
And the Cox Plate?
And throw in the Cox Plate if you like. It's a rare treble. I don't think it's ever been attempted before, but what a training freak. Or any horse.